name is Pascale Gibon, and I am delighted to welcome you to the Everyday Life Balance Show, the podcast for men and women who want to create more balance and harmony in their life on the mental, physical, and spiritual level. Every Monday, you get access to insights, practical tools, and strategies on well-being, personal development, life fulfillment, and success from experts in their field and from me, your change catalyst. It is my mission to guide you to happiness and help you find greater joy, inner peace, and balance. This is an invitation to you, the listener, to transform your life one step at a time. Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to the Everyday Life Balance Show. Thank you for tuning in to episode 399. In episode 398, I kindly reminded you to let go. As I cycled through Hyde Park, I reminded myself that nature shows us how to strip bare and embrace a new season by letting go. This idea brings me to today's episode, which I dedicate to women who are ready to stop playing small and start living boldly. I'm Pascale Gibon, your host, and today we're talking about something that I know affects so many of us: analysis paralysis. You know what I'm talking about. You have an idea, an opportunity, maybe even a dream, and instead of moving forward, you find yourself stuck, researching, overthinking, spinning your wheels. So today I'm going to share 3 powerful ways you can break free from analysis paralysis and finally get unstuck. And stick around to the end because I've got something special to share with you, a way to dive deeper into this work together. Let's dive in. So first, let me ask you a few questions and be honest with yourself here. Do you find yourself endlessly researching before making any decision? Do you need every single detail perfectly mapped out before you can take action? Are you caught in what I call the yes but loop? You know the one. Yes, that sounds great, but what if this happens? Yes, I'd love to do that, but maybe I should wait until... If you're nodding along right now, listen, you're not alone. This yes but loop is incredibly common, especially for us as midlife women. Many of us have been there, caught in the web of overthinking and fear. Here is what typically happens. You see an opportunity. Maybe it's a career pivot. Maybe it's finally pursuing that passion project you've been thinking about for years. Or it's something you've been putting on hold, waiting for the right time. And your mind immediately goes into overdrive. You start researching, analyzing, and weighing every possible outcome. For instance, you might spend hours researching the best way to start a new business, or you might spend days debating whether to accept a new job offer. Hours turn into days turn into weeks, and somehow you're still gathering information, but you're not closer to actually doing anything. This is analysis paralysis, and I'm here to tell you it's keeping you from the life you deserve. Now, you might be trapped in analysis paralysis and not even realize it. Here are some signs. You overcomplicate pretty straightforward situations. You focus on everything that could go wrong rather than what could go right. You debate endlessly between options. Should I do A or B? Wait, what about C? Maybe D would be better. You wonder, is this thing really for me? Believing that you might fail. And at the end of the day, you feel mentally exhausted because you haven't actually moved forward. Now, don't get me wrong. Being thoughtful is valuable. I'm not suggesting you make reckless decisions, but there's a difference between being thoughtful and being paralyzed by inaction. When your analysis is preventing you from taking that crucial first step towards the next chapter of your life, that's when we need to make a change. So let me share with you 3 ways to overcome analysis paralysis and start moving forward. These are game changers. Grab a pen and paper for this. Way number 1 is to release the fear. Here is what I want you to understand. Analysis paralysis is fear wearing a disguise. At midlife, you might fear making the wrong choice after years of playing it safe. You worry about disrupting what you've built. You worry about what others might think. Maybe you're worried about failing at this stage of your life, when you feel like you should have it all figured out. But here is the truth, and I need you to really hear this. Your most profound growth has always come from the risks you've taken, not the decisions you've avoided. Let me repeat this key statement. Our most profound growth has always come from the risk we've taken, not the decision we've avoided. Think back for a moment. How many times has fear of making the wrong move kept you stuck in a situation that wasn't serving you? A job that drained you, a relationship that had run its course, a dream deferred until the time is right. So ask yourself, what would it feel like to give yourself permission to be imperfect? What if you adopted a que sera sera mindset or what will be mindset? You need to make a choice, and you're going to do your best with the wisdom and awareness you have right now. Not next week, not when you have more information, but right now. And here is the beautiful thing. You are enough. You have the wisdom and the strength to make the right decisions for yourself. Trust in your abilities and believe in your worth. The second way to overcome analysis paralysis is to abandon the perfectionism prison, because analysis paralysis is perfectionism in disguise. Your mind spirals. What if this doesn't work out? Maybe I should wait until ... But what about this other thing? I'm not quite ready. Does this sound familiar? Here is what I've learned from the success principles, a set of strategies and mindsets that successful people often share. You don't need all the answers to take the first step. So here is what I want you to do. Set a decision deadline. Give yourself a time frame, maybe 48 hours, perhaps a week, but put a stake in the ground and say, by this date, I'm making a decision. Limit your options to 2 or 3 realistic choices. And here is the key. You don't need exhaustive data. You need enough information to feel reasonably comfortable, and then you need to move. Here is why. The clarity you seek doesn't come from more analysis, it comes from action. The third way to break free is to choose clarity over complexity. Because analysis paralysis is overwhelm in disguise. Here is the irony. You overthink because you believe it would bring clarity, but it actually creates more confusion and mental fog. You're trying to think your way to clarity, but you're actually feeling your way into more profound uncertainty. So here is your path forward. First, get clear on what you truly want. Not what you should want. Not what your family wants. Not what society expects, but what lights you up at this stage of life. Right now, what's the one thing that makes the most significant difference in your life satisfaction if you changed it in the next 90 days? Not, well, it depends, but one thing. Second, focus only on what you can control. Everything else, release it, let it go. And third, and this is a big one, put yourself in an information diet. Stop researching, stop reading one more article, watching one more video, because you know enough. I'm going to say that again. You know enough. At midlife, you have decades of wisdom and experience. It's time to trust yourself. So let me recap the 3 ways to overcome analysis paralysis. Number 1, release the fear. Analysis paralysis is fear in disguise. Number 2, abandon the perfectionism prison. You don't need all the answers to take the first step. And number 3, choose clarity over complexity. You already know enough. Now, if you're listening to this and thinking, yes, this solution is exactly what I need, but I need help actually implementing it, I hear you. That's why I've created a special workshop just for you. It's called Unstuck in 90 Minutes. And I've designed it specifically for midlife women who are ready to stop overthinking and start living boldly. In just 90 minutes, we're going to work together to create a safe space to explore what you really want without judgment. Discover your core priority so you can stop trying to figure out everything at once. Design your personalized action plan that honors both your dreams and values. And connect with other women who understand exactly what you're going through. This workshop isn't about pushing yourself harder, but loving yourself forward. Your next chapter is waiting, and it's time to stop analyzing it. You are worthy of the life you dream of and capable of creating it. And you don't have to do it alone. You can find all the details and registration information in the show notes or visit pascalgibon.com. Because here is what I know for sure. Midlife isn't a time to play small. It's your time to honor your dreams, honor you, and finally move forward. Thank you so much for tuning in today. If this episode resonates with you, please share it with another midlife woman who needs to hear this message. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an episode. I'll see you in the workshop. Until next time, stop overthinking and start living. I'm sending you lots of love and light. And remember, you've got this. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Thank you for reviewing and rating the Everyday Life Balance podcast on iTunes. And thank you for subscribing to this podcast so that you can continue to get training each time I release a new episode. I look forward to connecting with you next week. And as always, yes, you can dream it, create it, live it.